Hello there. Welcome to late night edition of Collectitude, everyone. We got a jam-packed show for you. I'm your man Thor Gunnarsson, aka the Dark Lord of the Sith. And we got a full boat for us tonight. It's my cohort, Rodney the Punisher Jones. But we have a new member tonight. We'd like to introduce Mr. Ryan Penny. Welcome to the panel, sir. How you feel? Yeah, welcome.
Good. Thanks for the invite, fellas. This should be fun.
Also known as Mr. Sinister. So and fresh out of the movie theater, we got the Paradox Nerd, also known as Boba Fett. what the fuck is that? What is that, man?
Hi, guys.
Nice. I know you're hanging out with Janet Van Dyne, man. Go ahead with that.
Antman and Wasp was a pretty decent movie. It was a good movie.
And from the land down under, we got the Kryptonian himself, Mr. Jason J. Bond. What's happening, brother?
Good afternoon, fellas. Finally, it's a decent time where I don't look like an alcoholic when I have a beer. So, congratulations. Glad to be here.
Jason, you look like you already had like 10 of them with your hair.
No. Come on, man. This is my first one. I just cracked the seal.
No, it's kidding. I'm just busting chops. What's going on, guys?
So how's everybody doing? Anything? Anybody pick up anything? And what's the collective look like?
Yeah, I actually picked up this big bundle of comics this week. So
nice.
really stoked. I've got the Eagle Moss have done like a series of DC graphic novels, all the graphic novels. So going to start collecting all of them. Special shout out to all the people in our chat today. We've got the Rick Shaw, the bearded one. We've got Jeff Morris, Jeff Delaney, and Carla Rodriguez. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully we'll have a good show for you guys today, and let's get it rolling.
All righty. So we got some pieces to look out there. Had some reveals this week. I believe the Emma Frost came out, and yes, we did.
Yep.
So, what does everybody think about this one? We got.
I think she's nice. The X head doesn't really do it for me, to be honest. I like the posable fabric cape we've got displayed up there at the moment. And we'll just get through here. Hold on 1 second. Just get some more pictures up of her. Don't need to see her hair. We've got nice boots. So yeah, it comes with the Professor X helmet there, the Cyclops visor there. You can see where there's the beam cuts and everything on the base of the statue. The base looks simplistic but nice. What do you think about the head sculpt, guys?
I'd like it.
She kind of looks like she's not happy with her hairstyle a little bit or something, or maybe she's in the mirror kind of, I don't know. I'm not really feeling this one. I also see a few Wolverine scrapes in there on the base, along with Cyclops' visor and
Juggernaut's foot. Juggernaut's footprint. Yeah, she's sitting.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out, is it the Danger Room, or obviously it's the X Mansion. I'd say this. I always would like to see him in person before I really judge. But as of one, I'm not really big on the character. But what you think, man?
Yeah, I actually like it. I'm one of the people that do like the exclusive head. I'm not sure how I feel about the blue lipstick, but
that's sort of like what did it for me. I'm thinking, why has her lipstick and eyeshadow changed color just because?
Yeah, if they would have left it the same color as the other head. I like it though. And I love the way these X-Men characters are looking together with, when Sideshow's doing all of them. I think they're going to look great together. So
Yeah, we've got a picture up there now of the whole bunch together.
yeah.
I don't know why they've got Dark Phoenix there, though. Like,
yeah.
I really wouldn't be advertising that.
Okay, I see what you mean with the blue lipstick. Yeah.
I don't. This is the first time I'm actually saying is like go regular or go home. Like I wouldn't even pick up the I wouldn't even pick up the exclusive. I mean, she looks like I told Thor before. She looks like she's getting electrocuted by something, and she's.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense why her hair's up like that. The more I look at it, and it does look. I mean, I have the Sideshow Dark Phoenix. The hair looks somewhat similar.
Now, Ryan, you're the
Huh?
X-Men man here. Have you ever seen her look like this at all in anything that you've seen?
With the blue lips?
Yeah, with the blue lips.
In the cartoon Wolverine and the X-Men,
Okay.
she had the blue lips, and I think she had the blue, was it eyeshadow or something? I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, and she's got shorter hair, but I don't remember her hair ever spiking up. It's always, from what I remember, it was always pretty, well kept, regardless whether she used her
Yeah, it was
powers
always
or
pretty
not.
straight. You just usually had the part down the middle with the straight down the side.
The good old butt cut. Yeah.
And look, the other thing, I'll say one thing. I like the pose. I like, that she's in the middle of a telekinetic attack sort of thing and that. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of that X. I would have preferred something diamond, like maybe one of her hands turning diamond or something like that, or an arm or something,
I think they should have.
Yeah, I think I got kicked off by Emma Frost. I think she used her powers and kicked me out of the chat. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We just didn't laugh at your joke.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad joke. But yeah, anyway.
Oh, Ryan's doing the mic drops in his first episode.
It was so silent. It was kind of like, all right, we got to move this along.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
I thought she could turn diamond, so I couldn't remember. Yeah, I thought, yeah.
I think they should have had both. They should have done the same thing they did with Elektra and just start adding more stuff for the exclusive to make more people want it. A different head sculpt, I think, should be a standard for every exclusive, and then add a switch out arm or something.
Right.
Well, we've got Rick Shaw that says the blue lips are a result of hypothermia. And Jeff Delaney from Secret Sanctuary says, my hair gets shorter when I'm angry. And Jeff Morris says maybe that's why she's mad. They cut her hair too short.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any. I mean, to be honest, it just doesn't make any sense with the exclusive, head sculpt. And it's probably the first time I'm actually saying that about a statue. Usually,
her hair's that short in the comics. I think in the original. So I think that's all they're really doing.
Didn't at some point her and Cyclops had a relationship? I think I read that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff says that he likes my hair better than the X.
Yeah, exactly.
It's when Cyclops. It's when everyone thinks Jean Grey is dead.
All right. I mean, all right. So I'm doing a poll. Who's going to pick this up? Anyone?
I don't believe anybody here will be. I mean,
I might pick it up eventually, but I'm not. I gotta wait.
Yeah, I'm with Ryan. I think it might be the future bargain basement purchase.
Yeah. I got to make sure I get Juggernaut and Psylocke first, and then anybody else, and Rogue, and then everybody else is kind of second tier.
Unless they do a Gambit, I'm not messing with the X-Men.
Oh, really, Rodney? You're not going to pick up any X-Men?
None of the X-Men stuff, unless they do a Gambit, and then if they do that, I'll do him and Rogue.
But let me guess. Knowing you, Rodney, when they do bring one out, you'll probably pick up the old one at the cheaper price.
Oh no, I hate the regular base on. You're talking about the old one with the X on the base.
Yeah, I don't like where his eyes look weird and his mouth's too wide.
I like the statue. I hate the plain base. I hate. Yeah, I don't like those. So I would get this new one if they do a good Gambit.
I don't even like the OG one. I don't like the head sculpt.
Well, Rick actually just mentioned something that we're probably going to see the Rogue and X-23 reveals at San Diego Comic-Con, so we'll probably get a better understanding of what the rest of them will look like then.
Yeah, this week.
Comic-Con is next week. When is it? They keep
at the end of the month. It's probably like the 23rd or something like that.
Okay, it's about 2 more weeks.
The 19th through the 22nd is what their site says.
Okay.
Yeah, that's week after next year. Okay, cool. So we got that to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're done with this. Now, this next topic I'm really looking forward to because I can pretty much sit this one out. We had a new, our man Paradox received his Red Sonja premium format this week, and he wanted to discuss, now that there are count them three Red Sonja pieces. Out of the three, which one do you prefer? You prefer holding up the frost giant head, slicing a giant snake in half, or just kind of observing the sunrise? Like, oh yes, with your axe and where them dollars at? And then he sort of challenged Rodney during the week because Rodney's receiving Aspen, and so you two, y'all do y'all thing,
Hey, I'm getting Aspen too.
Oh, okay.
Jason could join in.
Hey, and I'll even tell you one better. I own the original Red Sonja premium format exclusive.
Yeah, that was a really good premium format, and I got into collecting late, so I couldn't pick that one up. And I think the second one was when she cut off the snake, right?
Yeah.
I missed out on the exclusive on that one, and I just at some point I was like, all right, I'll wait, and then next there was sold out, and then I didn't get a chance to. But I have to say, when my friends went to San Diego Comic-Con last year, they told me the best looking statue was Red Sonja. They even said that it was such an underrated statue of the con because everyone was going towards Thanos and the throne. And I was like, all right, wow, that's some high marks to be, calling out Red Sonja, one of the best statues on a convention. So a couple months later, New York Comic-Con comes around, and Red Sonja was there with Aspen right next to her, and I just fell in love, man. It's just one of those things. Every time I left the booth, I always want to keep on coming back and doing some more videos of Red Sonja. And I told myself I'm not a huge fan of Red Sonja, but damn, that statue makes me want to be a big fan of hers. I'm probably gonna end up reading some more comic books of Red Sonja at some point because I don't really follow the character too much, Well,
the other night, we were on your chat. I said, did you ever see that movie from the 80s, with Bridget Nielsen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's all you really need to know. You don't need to read your books.
No, the books
the books are cool, but
No, the books are good actually. I mean, I used to read a bit of the Conan ones back in the day, and even some of the Red Sonja ones, that tied into the Conan episodes, and they're a pretty good book. I like the artist artwork, and I don't know the artist on the top of my head because there've been a few that have done it, but that real medieval style, with the dragons and the magic and stuff like that was absolutely exceptional artwork.
I used to like those Conans that were black and white.
That's the ones I'm talking about.
Those were good. Yeah. So
I mean, don't get me wrong. Aspen is is an awesome and beautiful statue, but I mean, I just gravitated towards Red Sonja for whatever reason. I just thought her pose, her presence, her assets were awesome.
Let's get to let's get
her boobs.
Well,
I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
Hey, how about that, guys? Let's have a look at we'll look at them through the original that they brought out, the second one they brought out, and the new one that PJ's just picked up, and then we'll all make our decisions at the end of that. What do you reckon?
Okay.
All right.
I'm down.
Let's have a look. So this is the first one. This is the first premium format exclusive. where she's attacking the Frost Giant. This isn't the exclusive. This is just the regular one here where she's holding the axe. And the exclusive, she's actually holding the Frost Giant's head. Now, the only fault that I have with this statue, because I actually own this one, is that the skin tone, like in these photos here, she looks fantastic. Like the skin tone and that. The actual statue, when it came out, the skin tone had a bit of blue in it. And a lot of people were like, what's wrong with the color? And da-da. But then you look at it, look, she's actually standing, look at what she's wearing, and she's standing on a snowy base in the middle of, like, you know, a mountain somewhere. And of course she'd be exhibiting some signs of hypothermia or something. So the bluish tinge to the skin was more believable. Loved the face sculpt. The mixed media on it, like the cloak and everything, is absolutely amazing. What do you guys think, seeing the pictures?
All right, so let me be clear first. I don't dislike any of the 3 Red Sonja statues, but the one where she's holding the head, that's my favorite one. The one with the snake is my second favorite, and the new one is my third favorite. And it's because when I think of Red Sonja, I want like a warrior chick. I want somebody who is beautiful but also looks intimidating. And the new one, you know, she's very nice looking, but she doesn't look all that intimidating.
We still haven't gone through them all yet, Rodney. You got to wait until you see them all so you can make your final judgment.
Okay.
Okay.
Ryan, what do you think of this one?
I don't really. I think this is the weaker of the 3, for me at least.
Boo! Boo!
I agree with Ryan.
I like this one. I think if this one was made like in now times with the better technology, I think this would have been the best one. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah, that's a good point.
But you know, being that it's dated and it made the time that it was, I think I don't know. It's the pose on the next one we're gonna see. I think is the best. But like the one the PJ has, the armor is just incredible. Like it really reminds you of some of the court pieces that are coming out now because of the detail on the armor and some of the weapons and stuff like that is really incredible. But
we got the second one up now, Thor. We're just flicking through some images.
But yeah, some of the paint job and pose on this one is really great. Like you see all the guts and the stuff from the snake hanging out, and you know, it's the second one. The second one's great too. But I just really like the armor detail on the third one and everything. But pose wise, I think this is the best one.
Yeah, I really like the blood on the second one. On this one, you know.
Yeah.
She looked like she just went through a battle and she's bloody and, you know, she just put in some work. So, yeah, I do like this one a lot.
When I actually do my review for Red Sonja, you're going to see like there's like attention to detail on that on my statue that on her, like her pockets, like on her belt, there's like blood in there and you can't see that unless you're really close. So yes, I know there's like you could see the blood on her legs, which is like the paint detail on the second one was amazing. I love the hair on her on the second one because it's like the classic the you know her classic Red Sonja red hair look. You know, I thought that looks amazing. But don't get me wrong, I love the second one. The second one is probably my second favorite, but I like the pose on it. I love the pose on this on the second one. I like it better than the one in my statue. But if anyone else wants to,
well, look on this one here. I've actually seen it in person. Not that big of a fan, to be honest. I think that like with the paint up on the skin, like it was too glossy, like the actual skin was. Works well for, like you say, if it was a costume, but for bare skin tone, like. It looked like she was either covered in sweat or rubbed down in oil before the picture was taken.
Nothing wrong with
that. The face, I'm not a fan of. It has that harder aspect that you want from Red Sonja, like people that have read the comics and stuff like that, you expect from Red Sonja. But, you know, like, bar that, you know, and look, this is the most expensive of the three out there on the resale market at the moment. I'm not saying anything about the one that's just come out because but you can still order that now. But in saying that, I don't think you get your value for money with this one. I mean, it's great. Yeah, she's in an action pose. She's slicing up the snake and that. It is actually from one of the comics and stuff like that. But it doesn't do it for me. And special shout out Jorge Medina's just dropped in. So g'day, Jorge.
MC, what's up, bro?
And you look at this picture here with the face. I don't think the paint app on the lipstick and around the eyes and that, but this was the era, guys. So it's like what Thor brought up before. The one thing about these statues is you can actually see the improvements in the paint apps and stuff like that as you go through the phases. So I can see the improvements there. Peejay, I don't know what you're looking at with the hair, man, but that hair is just red shit to me. It looks like spaghetti.
No, I mean, I like the red in it. I mean, because my new one is good, but it's more like a auburn kind of color.
It's more realistic.
Yeah, more realistic.
Nobody's hair naturally is this red.
No, and I mean this.
Well, they wouldn't look good though with
comic book heroes aren't real either. So
yeah, well, true. That's true.
Hey, strippers that are here red like that all the time.
So what do you think of this one, Ryan?
I think this is the best one in my eyes. I hear you on the glossiness of the skin, but she did just kind of chop a giant cobra in half, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, I mean, I really like the pose because she's kind of all right, who's next?
Yeah. It is one of the best action poses.
The
first
better.
One's more a victory pose. The second one, she's actually in the heat of battle and action, and yeah.
The paint app could be better on the hair. You showed one picture when it was close up, and it did look like the paint app on the hair might not have been as.
Yeah, there's no shading, not enough shading or anything to it.
Yeah, but I think I like the face sculpt. I think she looks great, but that's just me.
You like the face sculpt
so
on
the
second one.
Peejay's recent acquisition that he's very excited about. And we'll look at the pictures of the new one that's coming through. So we'll let you go off first, Peejay.
Almost. Humana. Yeah, she looks amazing, man. She looks like. First of all, I don't know if you could scroll over. I wish I could bring my statue down. My kids are sleeping upstairs. Basically, with the newest one, if you see her with her sword, she's piercing the skull of a dead person, like a chopped off head, and that looks so badass. And with her standing back, she's like, "Yo, come at me. I'm half naked and I can kick your ass." You know what I'm saying? The face sculpt on this one's a lot, in my opinion, looks a lot better out of the three. I think it's just a natural look. It has a natural look. I love the hair. It's auburn color. So even though it's not as red as I would like it to be, I understand why they went with that color. They wanted to make her look more natural, more lifelike. And to be honest, I think this is one of Sideshow's best pieces this year. I mean, I haven't seen Antman in person, in someone's the newest one, the final production piece of it. But I'm telling you, Red Sonja is giving Antman a run for her money. I don't know. What do you think, Ronnie?
Okay, so I will agree with you on the face sculpt. I do think it's the best out of the three face sculpts.
Okay.
I think it's a beautiful statue. Yeah. I think for the character Red Sonja, it's not what I want. And
what is that you want from Red Sonja?
I told you the other two. I want them looking like they just been. You know what? If
he doesn't want to have freckles and look like a kid.
Look, if I have this statue and I could get maybe a repaint and some blood splatter added to her, I would like this one more.
The thing is, you can't see it. I'm telling you, it's not on her skin. I can see that.
I'll back you on that, Peejay, because it's the same with the original one. There's little flecks of blood all through the statue that you don't see even in 4K. You actually have to see it in person.
This one feels like a glamour glamour statue.
Yeah,
you know,
and
it's
she's more powerful than sexy. The character,
it's like the He-Man and Skeletor line or the Masters of the Universe line. They lost me when they did She-Ra because they made her,
cartoony,
glamorized for me. I feel like this one out of the three is the more glamorized one. And when I'm thinking of Red Sonja, that's not what I want to see. Now, if we're talking about between her and Aspen, I think as a whole, the pose and the surrounding is more interesting on Aspen. There's a chick who's transforming from water to flesh, and she has an arm that still have water, and she's controlling water around her. I think that's just like they both could have the exact same body, and I would like the Aspen statue more because of what? Because of the rest of the statue, because of the environment, and I don't dislike this one. I would pick.
Yeah, look at the blood on the freaking sword.
It's on the equipment, it's on the sword, it's on the boots, it's on the ground. Yeah. It's not on her.
You want blood all over her, huh?
On her, it doesn't have to be all. She doesn't have to be covered like. But show me she put in some work. Give me some blood splatter on her nice chest and stuff.
Okay, here's my argument with that. She just cut off like a minion's head off. She didn't cut off like a snake's head off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you get a lot of blood splatter. I can understand with the second one because she just killed a snake, a giant snake. I mean, and walking through it exactly. I mean, she just chopped off like some old dude's head. Looked like an old dude.
Okay, then in that case, why she got the axe and the sword? Don't she just need one?
I'm going to defend PJ on that one, man. She's a barbarian. That's what they do. They just carry weaponry for days.
You got dual wielding, man. You got
haven't you played World of Warcraft? God damn it, she's a warrior.
I don't know. That's a big axe. That looks like a two-hand axe.
The axe and the snake one look more in proportion with her than this one. This one just looks like Conan may be wielding this axe. But I mean, as far as the detail, I like the detail on the chainmail and on the leg armor and I mean the detail is incredible. It kind of feels like a Court of the Dead piece to me, with what they got going on in the skulls and everything without the blood. Yeah, but it feels like out of the three, I like this one the best for the detail. You know what I mean? But like I said, if they could put the detail on that pose from the second one would be my, but the detail does it for me for this one. So that's why I like this one.
Yeah. Thank you, Thor.
Well, from the pictures you showed me, PJ.
If we talk,
hallelujah.
I do agree with him. I would take Aspen over this.
Oh no!
I mean, that's just.
It doesn't mean we hate the statue.
But we like the statue, but I would do Aspen over this.
Oh man, nah.
Did you make it? Did you make it? You sculpt this, people? Did you sculpt it? Did you sculpt this? Is that why you want us to pick this? Did you sculpt it?
Did I sculpt it? No.
Did you sculpt it? It's nothing to be upset about. We still like it.
I know. I'm just messing around with you. But I'm just saying, like, if you had to pick one, like you guys are going with Aspen, I can understand that. All right, wait, Ryan, what would you pick, Aspen or Red Sonja?
I think Red Sonja. They're both nice though.
Yes, Jason.
Jason, why on the original? Okay,
I'm
not being biased or anything like that, but if someone offered to swap me this one for the original, I'd probably take it, just purely because of the amount of detail in the like in the scale armor, in the axe. You can see how much work has gone into this. Even like with the braid in her hair, and stuff like that. I'm not that big of a this photo that we've got up of her now. I think her face looks better that way, so it might be something to do with the way the angle of that photo of the close-up of the face was that didn't really appeal to me too much. but she looks a bit harder on that slightly angled pose, which is the Sonja you're after. You know, you want like a nice hard look head, you know, because she is a barbarian chick, you know. They're not known for their beauty. They're known for their, you know, their brutality. So, yeah, I think they've done that. I think she could have done without the freckles. I think the freckles make her a bit younger looking in that she's really not. I love the detail in like the armored boots and the blood splatter and everything like that. I like that she's got the full coin purse because she's just received her bounty for killing the enemies and stuff like that.
Yeah. And that coin purse has blood on it, actually.
Yeah. And what I'm saying, look, to say her or Aspen at this stage, I can't say, man. I mean, I've got Aspen on order and I'm expecting it this month. But, you know, until I see both in hand, I can't say, because we all know these photos are photos. That's why I don't agree with people doing like full reviews of statues just off photos, because, you know.
Yeah. Right. No, I agree. Well, I mean, like, I saw both of them in hand, and like I said, I like in New York Comic Con, I kept on gravitating towards Red Sonja. So, but you know, like, I can't wait for you guys to receive your Aspen. I think it's an amazing piece, and then maybe we could revisit this discussion once, you know, when we have our I'll have my statue next to me, and then
we all get along.
Right? Why can't we just like both?
No, you will like. No, I was kidding. Nah, you know what it is.
Must pick one.
But you know what? It's a good conversation. It's all I ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just having fun with it. You know. Don't get me wrong. If I had a lot of money, I'll pick both up, man, without a doubt. I think those two are top runners for female statue of the year. Unless you guys have any other picks that might be up there.
XM Dark Phoenix.
Well, look, with Wonder Woman, can we really count her as a statue of the year? Because I mean, like, if things
it depends on when she gets released.
Well, no, the things that have been recently, I mean, like, really, they're not really coming out on time. You know what I mean? So she's scheduled for December, and you know, will she come January, February, maybe? And if so, it should be Statue of the Year 2019.
Okay, so when we say statue of the year,
is it female
statue? Are we talking about the look of the female or the actual statue?
No, I mean, I think,
like the best.
Well, no, because I got two different answers depending on what we're talking about.
Get both of them.
If we're talking about the look of the female, I'm going with Wonder Woman. If we're talking about the actual statue, I got to go with Thor's pick with that XM Phoenix, the new one.
Yo, but I have to say, you got to wait till Wonder Woman gets released. Come on. Because you know how many people were like, when Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman was like, you know, everyone was like, oh, I'm pre-ordering her. Remember that? Fiasco,
and then she came out. Peejay,
and then she came.
The biggest DC fan you'll ever see, and from the pictures that were released of that thing, there was not one moment where I went, "I can't wait to PO this."
No, but I mean, when you first saw like the prototype, everyone was like, "Oh, like she looks pretty good," blah blah blah. She looks, but then like when she came out, like her eyes are like, you know, like all over the place.
No, she just didn't look like Gal Gadot.
No, she didn't. Look at her eyes, man. Look at her eyes. It looked like the painter.
I saw it in person. That was the one flaw. If they took the name Gal Gadot off of it, that statue wouldn't have been a problem.
No, that statue's a problem, regardless. I don't know.
Actually, Jeff Delaney just brought something up then, and I'm actually with him. I know that this is a contentious piece. People are either loving it or hating it. Poison Ivy, man.
Which one?
The Sideshow one.
The new one.
Oh, the Sideshow one. Is that going to be released?
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Wait, the Sideshow Poison Ivy's one of your statues of the year?
Jeff Delaney in the comments mentioned it.
We're talking about potential.
He said XM.
Oh, XM. Yeah, sorry, XM.
XM?
Poison Ivy one's the one that looks a little
yeah,
I like the side
gender non-specific. Yeah.
She not gender.
She looks like one of them UFC fighters.
That's the nicest way I could put
it. But not
I
her.
like my women with some meat.
So PJ, you just came out of seeing Antman, is that correct?
Yeah, I just saw it.
So
well,
yeah,
before we get
into
it, let's give the people a trailer of this fantastic film.
So, how long have you been Ant-Man again?
Oh, okay.
Not long. It just sort of happened.
I wish I could fight bad guys like you.
I seem to mess it up almost every time.
Maybe you just need someone watching your back. Hi. Like a partner.
Dr. Pym, I actually heard what happened to you. You opened up the quantum realm. That's when this crazy creepy ghost who like walks through walls and stuff. Stole your tech. And now she wants to take over the world or whatever. Who would have believed that in your hour of need, you would turn to us?
Not me.
Because we robbed you. Do you remember? That's us.
The only chance we've got is both of you. Antman and the Wasp teaming up.
Follow my lead.
She seems more intense.
Get loose now.
You go low, I'll go high.
I have wings. Why would I go low?
We're gonna die. I don't wanna die. We didn't die.
Hey, what'd I miss?
We were just tiny.
I was partners with Hank on a project.
So, how long have you been Ant-Man again?
Wrong button. But anyway. So...
Okay. All right. So here's my review for this movie. So basically, you just watched the whole movie. I mean, it's decent. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was just I would not pay like full price for this movie. I think, to be honest, you're better off watching this matinee. It's really hard to follow Infinity War. Like, I think they should have released like Antman a little bit later down the year, because we're still in like the Infinity War like high. You know what I'm saying? Because how far? It was like 2 months ago, Infinity War.
Yeah.
So basically, this whole time you're just trying to find out how this is going to tie in to Infinity War, or where this is in the timeline. Because that's what I was doing. I was like, where's this? What are they doing? What's going to happen? And the fact that they brought in the quantum realm in this movie kind of like adds like that quantum, the possibility of what they could do with that situation moving forward with the movies. So, I mean, overall, it's a decent movie. I liked it. The only problem was like I felt like the acting was kind of like was flat. The jokes were kind of like corny at some points, but besides that, I mean, like I said, if you guys could watch this in matinee, I'm sure you could find tickets, because it seemed like no one was in the movie theaters this weekend to watch this.
I'm going tomorrow.
Now this is true story. So I went 12 o'clock to see this movie today.
Okay.
Get in the theater, the credits are going off. Literally, you know how they got that little pre-scene before all the little Marvel stuff comes on. Everything turns off, and the emergency lights in the theaters come on and says, "Citizens, you must leave the theater. An emergency is developed." Everybody's like, "Oh my god!"
Oh no!
So then we getting up to leave, and then we get halfway out of this. Oh, everything's all right. Come on back. We like look like really people walking out with popcorn and shit. You know what I mean? So we got back in, and they started back up. But to me the highlights for this was the ghost. She was good. I thought not only she smoking, but she actually did a good job playing the villain. You know what I mean? Lawrence Fishburne, he was a waste in my opinion. He really didn't in this movie. The joke
should have been Samuel L. Jackson, I thought.
I mean, well, if he wasn't Nick Fury, yeah, he could have been, but the joke, I think the first one was funny, and it was still funny, you know what I mean? But the first one, I think, yeah, it was funny. The action was good. I thought it was, you know what I mean?
Come on, Thor.
No, I mean, I thought it was. I mean, it's just as good as the first one.
By you watching that trailer, do you felt like most of the action was in the trailer?
Well, yeah, most of the action was in the trailer. I mean,
exactly.
It wasn't garbage action. You know what I mean?
No, it wasn't garbage, but like like you expect more. Not like don't show your cards in the trailers. You know what I'm saying? Like you should have just saved that for the movie because I felt like all right.
I will say this: the after credit scene was great. That was one of it. I didn't watch the second one. I had to hit the bathroom, but I didn't know.
The second one was whack. The second one was whack.
The first one.
I could even tell you right now. It's not
really.
No. I'm going to see it tomorrow.
The first.
I'm telling you, you're gonna. It's nothing, man.
The first one was one of their best after credit scenes that they have done. You know what I mean? Yeah. It sits you there like, whoa, okay. You know what I mean? So it does kind of explain. It does explain why he wasn't, in Infinity War. You know what I mean?
So, well, we got some comments from the gallery. George Jorge says, "I'm in love with Evangeline Lilly. That chick is hot." Jeff says he loved her in Lost.
Hey, Jorge. Oh. Right
no,
here,
not her, man.
She's a believable badass. Look, I'll tell you what, I did see something of her through the week where she did an interview at the red carpet event where she cocked a leg up behind the back of her head, which was bemoaning the fact about all the guys whinging about their outfits. And she said, now she burnt everyone with one comment, and it was a classy comment. It was a funny comment. It was just basically, it just seems to be that a lot of the men don't know that you have to be uncomfortable to look good. And I thought, wow, man, she just owned them all.
Yeah.
I'm going to see it tomorrow, so
just make sure you don't go to the theater with a fire emergency.
All right, so we'll throw over to Thor's topic that he's been wanting to talk about. We'll show you a trailer of a little show that he's been watching. He's just watched the second season, and then we'll get his thoughts and opinions on it.
This is gonna be good. Woo! Okay.
Yo, I'm Luke Cage. You want to test me? You know where to find me.
Woo! Got it all, man.
Everybody talking about Luke Cage like he's Jesus.
I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke.
The bulletproof black man. For the hard rocks, he's a ghetto boogeyman of their nightmares.
You can get a smack for this.
Really, guys?
You gotta know we tried, man.
I ain't no joke.
But one man cannot save a community.
You can't keep doing what you're doing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And believe me, Luke Cage is nothing but a man.
Alim is mine. Damn. Hate to see such a positive brother like Luke Cage go down like that.
He hurts you. You're not invulnerable, Luke.
Anyone who can take you on barehanded can't be good for Harlem.
I gotta find him.
Bushmaster, what makes him so scary?
We hope you never have to find out.
It's your Bushmaster. Then I'm coming.
It's game time. Do what you want. We stay feeling fools. Do what you want. Your life for your Jews.
I've seen you raw, but never brutal.
Sometimes brutality gets shit done.
Harlem doesn't need a hero. It needs a queen.
The darkness that you deal with every day, it can't consume you whole. If you let it, don't let it.
Just so we're clear, I'm not in the market for a sidekick.
Who says you're not my sidekick?
Me? It's my show.
rocks is a ghetto boogeyman.
All right. So what do we think, Thor?
Really, guys?
I mean, it was good. Me personally, I know he gonna disagree. I like the first season better. You know, it did get to the point though where you had a lot of gray areas and you didn't know who to root for. You know what I mean? It was like, you know, it's like even sometimes Luke even left you like, really? You know what I mean? It did have good action. Me personally, I didn't like Bushmaster as much as I like Diamondback. See, I'm different. I like cruddy individuals. You know what I mean? They funny. You know what I mean? I like my villains funny.
You like Diamondback?
I love Diamondback. Yes, I did. Diamondback was hilarious. See, I'm different, Ryan. You know, I like real cruddy, bottom of the barrel individual. You know, like see,
you didn't like you like
the Collectitude apologizes in advance for Thor's taste in characters.
Hey,
you liked it more than Cottonmouth?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my!
What? Oh no.
Exactly.
Thor.
That's interesting.
Thor.
Don't tell me it was better than Kingpin.
I didn't hear less.
Thor. Cottonmouth was a
Cottonmouth let a chick throw him out of a window, man.
We didn't let her.
You beat him with a mic stand.
Yeah.
But
to quote Diamondback, you buy or you die. You understand me?
That's like the
everybody was scared of Diamondback. You know what I mean? But anyhow, that's that. You know that we talking about this season.
All right.
So
Well, let me ask you, Thor. What'd you think about the fight scene at the end of season 1 between Diamondback and Luke Cage?
See, I liked it. It was good. I liked it better before he started hopping in suits and all that other kind of stuff. Like when he used his head to try and take out Luke Cage. Like, you know what I mean? I like that better. But then when that didn't work, he had to resort to putting on a suit, you know what I mean? Because obviously he couldn't go toe to toe with him. You know what I mean? But, you know, it was inevitable that he was gonna get his ass whooped, you know. So
yeah, but then you got I thought I was watching like World Star Hip Hop. They're all like
boys, quickly too.
Friday.
No spoilers. We've got people in the channel here that haven't watched the season 2 yet.
They're talking about season 1.
Boys, just getting into it now, and Jeff hasn't seen it yet.
No, we're talking about season 1.
Yeah, season 1.
They getting on me because I like. I don't care if I'm the only Diamondback fan there is, but
you are the only one.
He was like, dude, he was hilarious. See, I like funny villains. You know what I mean? That's just me. That's just my taste. And he was funny, but I liked him. Anyway, you go ahead, man.
All right. So I guess since people in the chat haven't seen season 2, I'm gonna go easy. I will say I love season 2. I liked it more than season 1. It goes Punisher, Daredevil season 2, and Luke Cage season 2. Those are my favorite out of the Netflix. You know,
how about Jessica Jones
so far? I like that too, but if I'm ranking them, those are my top 3. Like
what was the second one?
It was Punisher, Daredevil season 2, because Punisher's in it, and then Luke Cage season 2. I thought it crushed season 1, and here's why. I like Cottonmouth a lot more. I like the more serious character. And I know this isn't just with the Netflix shows. A lot of shows do this. A lot of shows halfway through the season, there's a new antagonist. So it'll start off with one bad guy or one problem, and then halfway through the season, that problem's solved, and then they start out the second part of the season with a new problem. And that's how season 1 of Luke Cage went. A lot of shows are predictable and do that. I love that in season 2, they didn't do that. It was one constant struggle or issue through the whole season. So I like that they did that. I love the character of Bushmaster, because
Bushmaster. Right. That's thing about the Punisher.
That's what the Punisher do. Yeah. Because I could, especially when they get into his backstory. There was a part of the show when I'm rooting for Luke Cage to get whipped. There was a part of the show I'm rooting for Luke Cage to get beat up because there are some things he's doing that really pissed me off. And there's one thing he did towards the end that really didn't make sense for the character when you're talking Bushmaster and Mariah and some of that stuff that was going on. But yeah, it was a more serious tone for me. You know, I wasn't into Diamondback as much. I felt like he was more cartoony, and I didn't like when they killed Cottonmouth because it felt like the show stopped being as serious. So that was my take on season 1 and season 2. I really loved it.
I will say this. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I will say they really made you hate Mariah in this season. I mean, they really made you hate Mariah.
I hate her in the first season.
No. That was kindergarten compared to this.
Oh man,
dude, you gonna pray for this chick's death? Believe me.
Oh man, because she was annoying.
Gets worse.
Which I can't. It sucks that we can't talk about it, but yeah, Luke, I was cussing him out during the second season. I was cussing Luke Cage out.
All right.
I do kind of like how it ended off. You know what I mean? With him, you know, and it's gonna be season 3 gonna be real interesting.
He might have to meet up with a certain vigilante. I'm just saying he might be on a list.
He might,
because there was some tie-ins to the Punisher. There's a character on the show that is really important in the Punisher world, like important to the point where Punisher was sleeping with her. So
now, hold on. Now, let me ask you something. Did you notice this? Did you notice what movie they stole from at the end of Luke Cage? Like the final scene?
This isn't going to be a spoiler, is it?
No, but I mean, they stole a scene from the end of a famous movie.
It's a hint for a spoiler.
Oh, gosh.
No, hold on. The Godfather.
Wait, Ryan, did you watch?
You ever seen the end of the first Godfather?
Hangout? I mean,
yeah. So I'm 11 and a half episodes in. Like halfway through 11. There's a couple.
Okay, now you got it right. Yeah, I kept saying that's from the Godfather. You know me, but
yeah. Hold up, Ryan. So wait, you're watching Luke Cage right now?
I'm like way through episode 11 of 13.
What do you think?
I like it better than season 1. There were there was a fight scene on a bridge. This isn't a spoiler, where the choreography was atrocious. Like people looked, it was like it reminded me of Iron Fist. That one scene.
Oh my god!
It didn't break down the whole series, but when you watch it, you're like, what? Like
Iron Fist sucked.
Iron Fist did suck, but I will say this: I kind of like that you see Power Man and Iron Fist together. Yeah, you see it. It's not a spoiler.
Do you think that's what it was done for, though? Like with Iron Fist, do you think it was done because they're going to try and get that? What was their company called that they did together?
Heroes for Hire.
Yeah, Heroes for Hire. I think that might be a show down the track that they're going to lead into.
Yeah, well, it's looking that way.
All I gotta say, Danny Rand better get some balls, man, because he's a wimp.
You know what though? He didn't annoy me in season 2 as much as he did in the Iron Fist show.
Yeah, he's better. He's not such a little emo dude anymore.
Yeah. Oh, please, because he was such an emo dude in the first season of Iron Fist. Even in
Defenders, he was shaky too.
Yeah, he was still like emo.
I still thought he was less annoying in Defenders though.
He was less. Yeah, I agree.
Not a big jump, but it was better. It was getting where I wanted it.
Well, look, in what you're all saying, you've actually made me. I'm going to have to watch the season of it now. I've watched the first season, but I wasn't really drawn to the second season. But
the first season should have ended. The first season should have ended after episode 7, in my opinion. Yeah, they just drawed it. They draw it out way too much. I thought.
Yeah, I agree. With after they killed Cottonmouth.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple scenes with the doctor that I think were after. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I am a Nightshade fan. I just had to say that. Oh my goodness. Tilda Johnson. Oh my goodness.
What about that?
S4G says, how many times do I have to watch Shades taking off and putting on his shades?
Juice.
I agree.
Which one was Nightshade?
Nightshade was the daughter, Mariah's
daughter.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this: did it drag? Because a lot of people were saying that the second season dragged at some parts or some episodes. Is that true?
Nowhere near the first season.
Really? Okay. Well, because
Nowhere near.
I was kind of skeptical, but now like because my wife wants to watch it, so
Have you seen Jessica Jones season 2? I'm not gonna spoil anything.
No, I watched it. Yeah, it sucked.
That one dragged at times. I still liked it, but Luke Cage dragged less than that.
Season 1 of Jessica Jones did that for me, mate. I watched the first couple of episodes and I went, I'm not watching this crap.
Season 1 or season 2? You're talking
Season
about
1.
Well, season 1 was good. Like after like,
but so did Daredevil season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
look,
Daredevil for me, Daredevil season 1 was purely saved by Vincent D'Onofrio's acting as Kingpin.
Yeah, I mean, Jessica Jones season 1 for me, like it was good until like episode 6, and then it just dragged all the way to the end of the season. You know, at the end of the episode, end of the episode of season 1. I mean, I'm sorry, end of the season. The last episode for season 1 was good, but besides that, like it was a decent show.
See, I was kind of in the, you know what, for season 2 of Jessica Jones, I was mad that the Purple Man was dead because I felt like I needed him back in season 2 for Jessica Jones.
Did you watch season 2 yet?
Of Jessica Jones?
Yeah, I've seen it. I saw it.
I missed him from the first season. I kind of liked the first season of Jessica Jones. Season 2. Not as much, but
yeah. I mean, like, sorry, Ryan, go ahead.
I was gonna say I thought Purple Man was good, but I thought the Purple Man was drawn out too much too, like maybe 2 episodes too long in Jessica Jones season 1. I like Jessica Jones. There were parts I liked of Jessica Jones season 2 a little bit better than 1. Like I felt the pacing, at least in the beginning, was better, but then it kind of dragged a little bit in the middle, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
but
well,
I still like them. None of them are Iron Fist. You know,
true.
Like that,
Very true.
Yeah. My wife
all of them again.
I can't watch this anymore. It's like I don't blame you.
Ryan, I want to get Iron Fisted in the face. That's how bad it was. Seriously, it was bad. Like I wanted to like I just got through it just to get through it.
In the face, you say, PJ?
Yeah, just like someone punched me in the face. Like I'd rather get punched in the face than watch season 1 of Iron Fist.
I came back a month later to finish Iron Fist.
You know they're making another season of that mess, right?
Oh, just make him badass.
Better. I think season 2 will be better.
I think it will be too. I think it'll be a lot better.
I think a lot of people were complaining about season 1, but
I mean, not to be the hater or anything, but I still think it's better than a lot of the DC CW shows.
Oh, mate, I'm a DC fan, and I've stopped watching them all. And that's the honest to God truth.
And each one only has 2
Legends of
each
Tomorrow,
one.
The Flash, even the new Black Lightning and stuff like that, mate. They're targeting the teenage female audience, and it's just driven blokes like me away in droves.
Well, it's like each one only has 2 good seasons, at least in my opinion. Like The Flash, like every season, it's like, who's the villain? Oh, there's another speedster somehow.
This new season that they've got, and then it's just gone like whoosh downhill, like, and there's no saving it.
If you look at this from like a statistical perspective, what are the odds that there are that many speedsters in one universe? It's like really
exactly.
Like, are we this uncreative?
52.
Yeah, it's like, hey, who's the villain? Oh, it's another freaking speedster.
Jeff Delaney is asking, so what does everyone think is the best Marvel Netflix show?
Oh, Punisher.
Daredevil.
Punisher.
Daredevil and Punisher.
I'm going to put Punisher.
For me, it's Punisher.
There we
Punisher,
go.
man.
3 Punishers, 2 Daredevils.
Yo, but
I changed mine to Punisher. I thought they were both right there, neck and neck to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me ask. It's kind of hard to compare because one's got twice as many seasons as the other 2, though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's true. Well, let me ask you guys. So, do you think like Netflix instead of making like a 13-episode season with some of the like Netflix Marvel shows, do you think they should cut it down to 10? Because do you think like some of them? Because I feel like some shows drag, like Jessica Jones. I felt like that could have been done in like 8 or 10 episodes.
If you want to show the drags, PJ, The Walking Dead, like seriously, man. That last season of that show was absolutely wonderful.
Years ago.
Yeah.
So, even
years ago.
Even the slow episodes on the Netflix shows. I mean, yeah, there are slow parts, but other than Iron Fist, None of them felt painful to me. You know, you get an episode here and there. It's like, oh, that one sucks, but then the next one is better, and you know, it's a roller coaster up and down. And so I'm kind of fine with 13 episodes.
Oh, but Thor, I got a question for you, buddy. Like, none of them are as good as Krypton, though, eh?
I got to say, I like Daredevil. I see the problem is they could get.
Well, hey, and then I'll throw it back at you then. So who's going to have the better? Who do you think will have the better second season?
What?
Krypton or Daredevil?
Oh, they already had a second.
They had a second season already. It's going to be hard for them to top season 2 of Daredevil, man. Season 2 Daredevil was really good. You know, see, because the problem is on here, they can do more on here than they can do on Krypton. You see what I mean? You can get more violence and all that kind of, you know what I mean? So they can kind of take it further, you know what I mean? And I think that's the problem. You know, I mean, I like Krypton a lot. Don't get me wrong, you know, but I think they can just push the button a little bit further on these Netflix shows, you know, because it's, you know, I guess they figure kids ain't watching or whatever, but they probably still are. But that's you know what I think so far. Plus, you know, we know you're Superman guy and everything, but I just think they can take it further on these. Maybe if they bought Krypton on there, we might see something different, you know. But who knows? Just different platforms, you can do different things. So that's kind of the advantage they have.
Yo, I just told the chat that I think they make the inmates on Guantanamo Bay watch Iron Fist as a form of.
Ian Dempster's probably got it on streaming service for.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Oh man, no, it's torture, man. Seriously,
I feel like the season should be dynamic. I mean, that's probably not like a very realistic request, but I feel like every season should just be as long as it needs to be. And not be like a cash grab or you know, stretching it out to get a little bit more money.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ryan.
It's unrealistic because they're never going to do that because, you know.
Yeah, they want a set number.
Who wants to get paid dynamically? You know, it's like,
right,
yeah. All I want to know is when is Kingpin coming back?
Probably season 3 of Daredevil.
Yeah.
He's getting out soon.
I hope so.
And
so good.
Punisher might be having some other people right now.
Yeah,
that's what I think was what I'm waiting with the Punisher. I want to see more of some, like I want to like when Jigsaw probably show up in this one. You know what I mean? Like I want to see more of like what he does in the books, like not dealing with the CIA. I want to see him go after criminals and take them out. You know, that's what I really want to see. That's why I like Daredevil when I like the Punisher, because I was like, all right, enough of this CIA stuff. I want to see him do what he does as the Punisher. You know what I mean?
You want to see him? You want to see that one where he gets arrested and he's in the courtroom and it's all a scam just to get the DA so he can kill him because he knows he's
right.
But honestly, the Jigsaw Punisher relationship wouldn't have worked if they did it like the comic, because Jigsaw was never Frank Castle's friend in the comic. Yeah, he was one of the people the hitman that worked for the mob that killed his family. Like he didn't know Frank Castle until he was trying to kill him and one of the reporters after his family was already dead. So you kind of you got to make them have a connection earlier for the show so that you could. So that's why they changed it up, because I wasn't sure how I felt about them changing it and going to the government conspiracy angle, but it worked better for a show than, you know, the way the comic books do it. So that now you can jump right into season 2 and you understand why him and Jigsaw have such a beef and why it hurts so much. Actually, it works a little bit better because, you know, it's more emotional when you're getting betrayed by somebody that was close to you. Like he ain't had no reason. Jigsaw was just a good criminal in the comic book.
I agree.
So,
Peter Lucas is asking us what we think of the new Supergirl premium format that's been announced this week.
It sucked.
I like the other one better. I don't like the new one. It looks too cartoony to me.
She looks like Jeffrey the giraffe.
Rodney, you basically stole the words right out of my mouth, man. Not a big fan. She looks too childish, and too cutish. You know.
What's with her eyes though? Like her eyes are seriously like too separated. Like one's looking that way, one's looking that way.
Art Germ Lau does fantastic artwork and drawings, right? And for smaller scale stuff, it's really done really easy and really well. Okay.
Yeah.
When you blow it up though, there's a big difference between a 2-dimensional drawing and a 3-dimensional art piece.
So why does the eyes look like? I'm telling you, one's looking this way, one's looking that way.
Oh, you think they're going back to the old decal days? We're gonna start getting googly-eyed rogues again.
It's like too separated. It's just something off of. But did you see the DC Collectibles Harley Quinn Art Germ statue, where she's like doing? I don't know if you could pull up a picture, but that one looks amazing, and they captured.
Yeah, I've actually got it. Yeah, the original Harley. But yeah, like S4G said exactly what I feel as well. Doesn't like the anime face, but the rest of the sculpt is good. You know?
Yeah, the face and the neck is the only problem with that statue, and I don't know how much they could fix that.
Yeah, well, Jorge agrees with you. She has a long neck.
Yeah, it's like pretty long. But I don't know. Going back to what Rodney talked about Punisher, do you guys think that Sideshow should come out with a Punisher statue?
Well, this man is praying.
I'm praying. I mean, I'm getting the Iron Studios Punisher. That's I don't know when that's coming out, but I think that's such an awesome statue. But I would love to have seen Sideshow come up with their own.
Now, here's the thing with Sideshow: can they get the face right on an actor? I would love for them to do a John Barenthal Punisher statue, but can they get it right? You got to stick with Hot Toys to get the face. So
Hot Toys is so far ahead of everyone with head sculpts. It's not even funny. And the 1/6 scale to be. Yeah, Jesus.
I would hate for them to announce it and me get excited, and then it looked nothing like John Barenthal. So, but I think this Iron Studios one is gonna be awesome, and I'm really excited for it.
I just want to, speaking of head sculpts, do you think Prime 1 does a good job with head sculpts?
Oh hell yeah!
For their 1/3 line.
I think they're without a doubt the industry leader.
Do you think they'll ever do like a quarter scale, I'm sorry, go ahead, Thor.
No, Rodney.
Well, that's just a different topic, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think.
That's a different time.
Finish what you were saying, Peejay.
No, because I mean, did they ever do like a quarter scale line where they're like they do movie related statues or anything like that, or mostly the quarter scale line was mostly like GI Joes and what else was there?
Yeah, I can't think. I know that I like that Bane they coming out with from the Dark Knight Rises.
Really?
that.
Right.
I mean,
that's a quality deception.
Well, I mean, I like it. I mean, I wouldn't get it. Yeah, the Prime one. You ain't see it? It's 1/3 scale. They got him, Batman. They got Catwoman.
Well, they're also doing a new line, Master Line, which I believe is meant to be quarter scale, not 1/3.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, really, Jason? Because I thought most of their movie master line pieces are like 1/3 scale.
No, the measurements for the Master Line they had up there were like 1/4. 1/4.
For which one?
Yeah.
For which statues, Jason?
The one that I looked at was the one that we looked at, the G.I. Joe one, the
those are cool.
Scarlet one.
Yeah, those are quarter scale.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah, and that's their Master Line series.
Yeah.
But those are based off the movie?
No, those are not based off the movie though.
No.
Well, you wouldn't know anyway because they're all ninjas, right? So it's like.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all they have to do, right? I mean, it's like.
Oh no, Scarlet was actually like her head uncovered in that.
Yes, true.
Serpentor.
Yeah.
Because they have Scarlet too, right?
I just wish I had the space for a freaking 1/3 scale, man.
I would love for Prime 1 to get Star Wars license.
Yeah.
They were.
Oh man.
Speaking of Prime One,
aren't you broke enough already, Rodney?
What'd you say, Bragg?
Broken enough.
What?
No, Rodney was talking about Prime One, the new Geralt coming out. He's having an inner conflict because he's got the first Geralt that came out, but now they then announced another one.
So I guess all right. So yeah, I saw the pictures of this one, and because I think Alex put it.
Rodney, I've got to ask though: is it because of the orgy scenes in the game that got you into that?
No, but you can go spend a lot of time at the whorehouse.
Wow, what kind of game is this?
I know you're not talking. Stop rubbing your statue.
Hey, me and Red Sonja got a date tonight.
Yeah, I showed him the chat.
Yeah, you're gonna rub off a certain
Peejay the whole night.
I was holding her. Oh, I went to bed with her, man.
I told you.
I gave her a kiss goodnight. I was like,
it's gonna leave a mark.
I was like, good night, Sonia.
You're wrong.
but yeah, so I saw that they posted pictures of a new Geralt from Rivia that they're doing, and I looked at it. I was like, oh, that looks great, but the base is kind of simple. So I was like, okay, I love the base on mine. I love the original one, so I'm fine. And I think I put that in the thread on Facebook, and then I went back and found out that the hand where he's shooting the flame is a light up. And that was kind of kryptonite for me, because when I saw the picture, I thought it was their little effect where they put the light on it and add the effect. I didn't realize it was a light up to it.
You're saying an LED is what brought you back?
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
Because
Ryan, he's like a moth to the flame, bro. If there's anything glowing or shiny, he's
shiny.
It's him shooting the fire out and it lights up. I think I want it now. So I don't like the exclusive though. So
were you one of them kids that chased fireflies when you were younger?
I put them in bottles, in cans. Yes, I did. I put them in cans, put holes in the cans, and watched them, set them by my bed, let them light up the night until they died. Yes, I did that.
Yeah,
but
that's what we all did as kids, though.
Yeah,
kids nowadays don't even know about like fireflies. They'll think that's like something. Kids don't go outside
anymore
unless they can catch them on their phone. They're not interested.
Exactly. The only fireflies they know is on their phone. But yeah, I mean, that Geralt looks dope though. I had never played the Witcher game, but I mean, I have all of them downloaded because of the Steam sales that they always go on sale on.
It's long, man. You're gonna need some time. It's really long.
I know.
Over 400 hours and just one. That's just one playthrough. Yes,
over 400 hours in the whorehouse. Like, geez.
No, I got shit done. I did missions. I did side missions. I killed monsters. I got a lot of stuff done. I went around looking for fights, but that game, it'll take your life.
Well, let me ask you, Thor. Did you beat God of War? Did you guys play God of War?
I went through God of War. I'm on my 5th playthrough right now.
Yo, how do you beat those stupid Valkyries, man? The first
that is my specialty, sir.
No, there's one that has lights. I don't know. I think Jorge plays God of War because I seen him play on his channel.
You gotta to deal with them. You gotta do the side missions. You gotta level up and get all your equipment correct before you even.
Seriously?
But yeah, with them, some I ain't gonna lie. A few of them I had to watch some videos. You know what I mean? But if you basically after a while they all follow the same pattern. Like those ones that jump up in the air, you hit them with the axe right away, they'll fall back to the ground. You know what I mean?
But then all right, so I block and then I don't know, they'll do some sort of like
study their pattern. It take a few times to fight them to figure out their pattern. And then patience is the key with them. Do not alter the plan at all. Like just whatever they do, you go with it, then you hit them, then they do their thing, and then you hit them. Don't get frustrated at all. Just patience. Keep hitting them and then just stick to the plan because they will take you out like that.
I have to lower down my difficulty because right now I'm playing it like next to like one below God mode.
Oh yeah.
I'm crying. I'm crying, man. I start crying with my controller in my hand. I'm like, God. Ryan, do you play that game? God of War or?
No, I'm mainly just playing PC.
Oh, okay.
Boys. You need to understand something. Me and Ryan, we're elitists. We're PC
We're
gamers.
part of the
We don't play shit that's top shelf.
We're part of the PC Master Race.
Well, Ryan knows I play on a PC.
But we play Overwatch together every now and then.
Yeah, we play Overwatch together once in a while.
So I gotta ask, all right, because this is I've always wondered this about PC gamers.
Mm-hmm.
How do you have a way to play it on a big screen? Like, does that ever bother you not being able to play it on a big screen, or do you have a way to do that?
Yeah, buy a big screen.
Have you not seen the size of my monitors, bro? They're freaking massive.
I mean, if you're playing on PC, you don't really need a big screen because it's all about how far away your face is from the monitor, right?
Yeah.
So I could have a smaller screen, but my face is a lot closer because it's on my desk.
It's actually harder. Like I know my friend connected his PC to his TV, and he said it was so weird. Like it was just like you
have to move your head to see all the TV. You don't want it that big.
You're like this.
You're gonna get killed all the time.
Yeah, that's why I like that.
No, look, in saying that thought, like I was playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 when it first came out, and I just hooked up the HDMI cable from my computer to the big screen TV.
Yeah.
But the problem was, like, it's exactly what they're saying. Gaming on PCs, 1080p max, and most of your games on the consoles and that are too. They just simulate 4K. So when you do that, you actually lose frames and stuff like that. Where with a high-end gaming system, like, man, you're getting max resolution, max frames per second, and if you're not, you just go down the road and buy a new graphics card, rip it out, throw it in, and you're ready to go. Whereas with consoles, they bring out the new game, you got to go buy the new console that plays that new game.
Yeah, and then when you're playing competitively, like with first person, you want like 200 frames per second. You want to set all your graphics down so that if you're in a huge fight, your frames per second don't alter.
Yeah.
So like, there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, you're not if you're playing competitive in the first person shooter, you don't even want to really have anything at max or have high resolution. You want, and like Jason's saying, graphics cards usually really just want to stay around 1080p right now, depending on, unless you have one of those SLI, those graphics cards, those
like the 3D monitors and stuff like that. Yeah,
but even 3D monitors,
so much more convenience with the console.
You know what though? I'm not gonna knock the console because I play both PC and console, and I have to say that the God of War is a beautiful game. It's like, I'm telling you, when you play that game, you're like, am I playing on the PC or am I playing on the console?
I'll give you that, PJ. The first game that came along that was exclusive for console that I went, shit, I'd really love to get that on PC because it looks amazing. Was that Rise of Rome, the Son of Rome?
Oh yeah, Rise. Yeah.
Like, yeah, that was amazing. But that was the first game that I'd seen that the graphics actually compared to PC.
Yeah.
For me, if you compare the controllers, a controller, the little thumbsticks, they can't compete with the mouse and keyboard.
No, without a doubt, you're more accurate.
Like League and
Rodney's about to have a seizure over there.
Yeah, I just could never get used to the mouse and keyboard. To me,
you set your resolution low, and you're good.
To me, the Xbox controller is perfection to me. That's one reason I don't have a PlayStation. I hate their controller. I got big hands. I want the Xbox controller. So I've never liked the mouse and keyboard.
Right. Well, see, I'm the exact opposite.
Same here.
From Nintendo days, I used to use them ones, and Nintendo 64. But from being a PC gamer as long as I have and used to mouse and keyboard, I can't grasp console. The only time I can use it is if I'm doing like a racing game, like car racing or a flight simulator or something like that. But when it comes to actually running around, jumping over things, stuff like that, mouse and keyboard, man. These three fingers and your thumb on the space bar for jump.
Which 3 fingers again, Jason? Can you No, but like, no, I agree with Jason, like, and Ryan too. Like with mouse and keyboard, you are more accurate as compared to controller.
Yeah. Just watch the pro. Watch the pros play from each one. Console's so boring.
Yeah.
I mean, the reaction time and what you can do is just so much. Just the sky's the limit on the PC.
And look, put it this way: when you see all the game trailers and stuff like that at these conventions and stuff like that, none of them are being advertised from console. I'm guaranteeing you, they're going through a supercomputer or a super gaming system to get the best graphics possible to advertise the product.
Yeah, I agree. For me, what I thought in terms of graphics wise, when I felt like console caught up to PC, was Gears of War. When Gears of War first came out to on the 360, I was blown away, and I was like, wow, they like console, like, you know, PC was always like this with the graphics, but then when Gears of War came out, it was like right neck and neck. And that's when they first came out with HD gaming was Gears of War.
Yeah, Gears was our game for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So much that he got a tattoo of it.
Oh, you do? Nice. Oh wow, you got a
tattoo, but yeah.
Damn.
Love some Gears. Gears took us out to Detroit.
And the times we had there. But I think, fellas, that's it for this week. We appreciate you watching and hanging with us. And Jason, who do you want to give a shout out to that passed away this week?
Yes, Steve Ditko. We were notified this morning that Steve Ditko has passed away, creator of Spider-Man, a lot of different characters in the Marvel universe, predominantly Spider-Man enemies and stuff. But yeah, look, it's a bit of a tragic story, guys. He died a couple of days ago, and they've just discovered his body in his flat. So this was a news report from the Hollywood Reporter. And it's been confirmed by the New York Police Department. So, condolences to his family. He was never married or had children, but it's sad to see that such an icon of something that we all love and hold dear was basically just left to be and died by himself, you know? So, condolences to remaining family members, and thoughts and feelings go to any fans of his work and stuff like that. So, yeah.
For sure. It's sad, man.
Yeah.
But we thank y'all for hanging in with us, and we try to make it next week and everything. Just got to get our timing together and everything. But appreciate y'all, and remember, don't have an attitude, have a collectitude. Peace out.
All right. Take care, guys. Have a good one.